The Chicago Bulls played their final preseason game tonight versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And on today's episode, I want to talk about the Chicago Bulls defense that needs to improve really, really fast if we want to have a chance this upcoming season. And then I will also go over a few things I want to see in the final preseason game tonight. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on today's daily episode. So if you're tuned in, love talking Bulls basketball, make sure you go ahead and join the Cognac family and hit that like button and subscribe. But hey, the Chicago Bulls currently sit 2-2 in this preseason, and I ain't even gonna hold you. It's been an up and down roller coaster. Yes, we have seen certain players have good games. Yes, we have seen certain moments from a number of players, but we have not really seen a complete game, and at least in my opinion, to where the defense is humming and the offense is looking pretty damn good. Could be due to a couple injuries, could be due to a number of things. But as I always say, if you're playing on the basketball court, the football field, the soccer field, the tennis court, wherever, we can't go out there and talk about, well, he was injured, well, she was injured. No, you're on that field or that court. We need you to go out there and perform to that level, because if you are hurt, take the game off. Ain't nobody gonna be mad if you take the game off, but it is what it is. But when we talk about the Chicago Bulls defense this season, it has, or at least this preseason, it has been a headache to watch for me. Not even gonna lie to you. The Chicago Bulls defense this preseason, especially after hearing discussions during the training camp for the Chicago Bulls, and you was hearing that Billy Donovan is getting on the players behind about effort and about working through being sore or working through some pain. You would have thought that these guys would have came out and tried to set the tone early, at least in preseason, because yes, it's just a preseason to where the games don't really matter. But I always have the belief in you practice how you play, and the way that you play affects how everything else is going to go as the season goes on. That's at least in my evaluation, or at least in my opinion. I think that the way that you came out in these preseason games, yeah, you were able to get a couple wins over the Cleveland Cavaliers, but when we talk about how you was handling yourself versus the Cleveland Cavaliers as well, as it wasn't always perfect. You know what I'm saying? And no game is going to be perfect. But the effort on defense, I expected a little bit more from this Chicago Bulls defense. When we talk about the defense in preseason thus far, the Chicago Bulls ranked 25th in defense. That sounds too damn familiar for me. I believe we was around the same ranking last season while we were playing Bulls basketball. And this team, the Chicago Bulls, are allowing opposing teams to shoot 60% from less than 5 feet away. That tells me they're giving up a bunch of paint points or points in the paint and allowing teams to just do whatever the hell they want when they come to Chicago or when Chicago comes to town. The Chicago Bulls offense, they are allowing teams to go out there and generate 23 points per game off turnovers. And you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing the right stuff. We ain't doing the right stuff, bro. That's just what it is. It's not really working out for me. It is not really bringing me into the belief realm of the Chicago Bulls. I do have belief in certain players, but I know that certain players, at least right now, without a superstar, that player is not going to be able to go out there and overcome some of those defensive deficiencies that the Chicago Bulls are posing for us to see right now. And right now, the Chicago Bulls team is allowing 36% from the three. So far, that is 25th as well. So the Chicago Bulls have to be better in every single department. And I'm not even going to hold you. I think it starts, you know what I'm saying, with Josh Giddey. I think Josh Giddey can be a little bit better. I seen Trey Jones in the starting lineup, and he looks like he's being able to handle his own pretty well. But then when I look at guys like who we acquired via trade, Isaac Okoro has not been impressive. Nikola Vucevic is still the same traffic cone. So, guys, I don't know if the Chicago Bulls want to go down a route and, try to adjust with the starting lineup. It's kind of too late for that, right? Or is it never too late? That's all I want to know. Is it never too late to go out there and try to adjust to a starting lineup? You know what I mean? Because at least in the preseason, Billy Donovan had the opportunity to experience with some different lineups. I thought we wanted to win basketball games over here. To hell with the politics of Pete Will having 18 million. To hell with the decision on Nikola Vucevic and him in his last season in Europe. You have been looking to trade for him. Nobody is probably going to trade for Nikola Vucevic, at least right now. But what you could have done is, hey, give him a role off the bench, possibly. It's just, what I'm saying, just some discussion. You could have probably gave Nikola Vucevic a bench role, possibly, just to see what it would be like if Zach Collins was in the lineup with, with the other starting guys. And you could have seen how that would have affected points in the paint, have affected shots that are close to the basket, 5 feet or less, maybe 10 feet or less or whatever, to see if once those guys blow past a Josh Giddey per se, can Zach Collins come in and be some type of, force to change the opposing team shots or get a couple blocks or things like that? Because Montes Buzelis is the guy that's going to generate the most blocks for this team as it currently stands, but he can't be everywhere. So guys got to do their damn job. That's just what the truth is. Guys have to do their damn job. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So we got to figure things out. We have to be on our P's and Q's. And it starts with the defense. You can go out there, have as much pace as you want. You can go out there and put up as many offensive points as you want. But you ain't going to be stopping nobody or doing nothing if your defense is porous. So I think that the Chicago Bulls, if they want to go out here and prove a point this season, play like a team with a chip on their shoulder and prove some guys wrong and prove some teams wrong, you have to be on your game defensively as well. And I'm not even going to lie to you. It's a couple areas on that when they talk about defenses, guys not communicating, rotations are bad, and it's just the preseason. So I don't think we need to be overreacting to it, but I think it needs to be a talking point to say what the hell the Chicago Bulls need to fix before we enter this season. That's just what it really comes down to. Like, I'm not saying that the Chicago Bulls are going to go out there and go on a crazy playoff run and end up in the Eastern Conference, but I am saying that they got a chance to potentially make the playoffs. And the way that you give yourself a chance is by making sure that you are at least in the middle of the pack defensively, not 25th. That's at the bottom of the league. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? They have to be better. And to hell with all this, we want to trade Nikola Vucevic. If he got to sit and rot on the bench, let the mofo sit and rot on the bench. Who cares? I thought we wanted to win basketball games. And if you can't trade him, you probably already blew it anyway. But hell, what if he comes in and thrives off the bench? Yeah, you're not going to get the value that you got if he was going to be penciled in as a starter. But guess what? There ain't a lot of teams that want to start Nikola Vucevic right now. Call it how we see it. Can we do that? Look around the league. Is there many people that say, yeah, Nikola Vucevic, is there a large number of teams that be like looking at Nikola Vucevic as a starter? I don't think so. So he has to be better. Isaac Okoro, what did you come over here for? 3 and D. So far, no 3, no D. What we doing? Guys got to be better. And I need my guards to be better. Josh Giddey ain't going to be, he already know and showed us that he's not going to be elite. We've already seen that. We've understand that you know what I'm saying? We understand that. But he can be better as well. I'm not just going to sit here and pick on Nikola Vucevic and Isaac Okoro. Josh Giddey has to be better as well. But I think that what will help the Chicago Bulls when Josh Giddey is not able to stay in front of certain guards a defensive center that can help cover up some issues like other shot blockers around the league. Montes ain't going to be able to be there all the time. We got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. And yes, that is me campaigning for Nikola Vucevic to come off the bench. It sounds ridiculous. I know it's probably not going to happen because they're going to say we want to raise his trade stock. Fuck the trade stock because you already missed out on opportunities already. That's just my personal opinion. They missed out on that opportunity already. But hey, maybe I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts and everything. Let me know your thoughts and everything with that. And yeah, let me know. Just let me know. Say, Bobby, you're tripping. But Bobby, I understand where you're coming from. Let me know. But hey, before we get up out of here, I want to talk about some things that I want to see in the final preseason game with the Chicago Bulls as they take on the Minnesota Timberwolves later today. Some things that I want to see is if Isaac Okoro, you only played 10 minutes last game. I ain't see no injury. I don't know what happened. It just seemed like enough was enough for Billy Donovan and the coaching staff. That's what it seems like to me. And again, it is only preseason. But as of right now, I have not been impressed. I got to say it. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping. This preseason, Patrick Williams has looked better than Isaac Okoro. Tell me I'm tripping or not. I need to know. Y'all know I'm open for critique. But let me know who has looked better in preseason, Patrick Williams or Isaac Okoro. And it ain't saying much for Patrick Williams. I'm not even going to hold you. It ain't saying much, bro. It's not saying much. I'm just going to keep it a buck. It ain't saying much. I thought Isaac Okoro was going to be pit bull on defense, and I thought that the way that the shot looked, the form, it looks good, I thought he was going to be knocking them down. He ain't knocking them down, and the defense been a little out of bounds. What the hell you talking about? It ain't been that good. So I want to see if Isaac Okoro can have one good final showing before we have to get into the regular season. And to be fair, I will allow Isaac Okoro a couple games in the regular season before I go scorch earth. That's it. I'm allowing him a couple games before I go scorch earth. Another thing I want to see this at the last game for the preseason is Noah Essingate. Essingate. Is it Essingate or Essingate? I get Essingate on TV. I get Essingate in Bulls media. Somebody find a correct way to say this kid's name so we can give him the respect he deserves because he has been playing decent basketball for the Chicago Bulls. And I believe he's been showing us what he can really, really do once he gets going defensively. I think he got some tools in him. I want to see a little bit more. I ain't gonna crap on the kid or make no declarations early. But I am going to see what's to him. I just want to see a little bit more because he got the size. Surprisingly, outside of a number of plays, he ain't been getting pushed around so much. You know, we got a number of plays for evidence. I ain't gonna hold you. We got plays for evidence, but he been all right. Y'all. He been all right. But I want to see how he play, and I hope that he can get some extended minutes. And then for the Chicago Bulls, I want to see if they can have a fast start. Again, the last 4 games, the Chicago Bulls keep starting slow. Come out here, start fast, go sit down, and see you in 5-6 days. We'll see you on the 21st, 5 days. So get it together. Let's see what happens. And then I also want to see if this team, at least for the guys that's going to be a part of the main rotation, I want to see if they cut down on the turnovers. I want to see if these guys can take care of the basketball and understand that, yes, we can play fast, but we also can play smart and fast. I think that should be the objective for today. Play smart, play fast, play defense. That's what we want to see. We want to see how these guys match up. And Isaac Okoro, if you are placed in that starting lineup tonight, my boy, if Ant Edwards play, that's your guy. I want to see how you go out there and handle that one. Now, nobody is stopping Anthony Edwards, but can you go out there and make it tough for him? My eyes gonna be watching. I gotta see what's to it, brother. I gotta see what's to it. But those are just a couple things that I'm watching for the matchup versus the Timberwolves tonight in their final preseason game for the Chicago Bulls. Let me know some things that you are watching for as well. But that is it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. Make sure before you get up out of here, you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well, man. I'm out of here. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you always see red. Y'all already know. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
Cognac. Gang.